Hi, I'm Arnold Stalk. Thank you for coming for another edition, tuning in to Ending Homelessness in America. The format is a fireside chat type of program, and we will be permanently archived on YouTube. And you can go to my website at arnoldstalk.com, ARNOLDSTALK.com. These segments last generally about 7 to 10 minutes. And I did that on purpose so that I could keep people's attention. We address each chapter of how to end homelessness because that's what this whole book's about. A lot of people over the years have been asking me or asked me, how do we end homelessness? And it's not a simple answer. It's a very complex answer that's associated with a lot of complex problems. But I broke this book down like a mathematical theorem, a formula. We go chapter by chapter. There's no script. I'm even reading from my notes. I speak from the heart because this problem is solvable. There's no theoretical theory. This is not a theory. This is practical projects, looking at my portfolio and looking at the projects that I have built. This is not just talk. This is action. The only way we're going to stop the homeless problem in America is to build housing. Not exactly an intellectual bombshell statement, but it's the truth. So this book is a roadmap, and we cannot, and I can't say this emphatically enough, we cannot spend our way out of this problem. This problem will not be solved in Washington, D.C. It will not be solved in the state capitals and the cities. It'll be solved in the towns and neighborhoods where the problem continues to fester. And there's been billions and billions, maybe even trillions of dollars spent on this, and the result has been nil overall. I don't mince any words, so you'll have to forgive my forwardness. So this chapter is entitled, You Can't Do This Alone. And you can't do this alone. A lot of people think, well, I want to help. Then you have a few meetings and little committees get organized. But the end result is once people find out it's work, they're out. So I created this book so that people can do a step-by-step, build a coalition in your town, in your village, in your state, and have it spread across the United States. There's been many, many attempts to do this. I've been at this 50 years, so I speak of some experience. I've sat on most of the nonprofit boards that most people are familiar with, like United Way, like the Red Cross, like Habitat for Humanity, and like other local nonprofit organizations. I partner with the Salvation Army, U.S. Vets, and all sorts of organizations that do pieces of the problem. And like I said, this problem will be solved locally, not globally. So in the book on page 49 and 50, there's a lot of pictures of myself with other organizational people and people that actually help solve the problem. Building a network of supportive services is extremely important. And by the way, when I look over here, I'm looking at the time so that I keep on track and keep on point. We're doing good. Building a network of supportive services, building public and private partnerships, extremely important. Don't do it alone. Do not do this alone. Believe me, because I'll guarantee one result is that you'll be out. You will not be able to do this alone. Lots of people have tried it, and it just does not work. So on page 51, for example, corporate social responsibility. Big buzz phrase, but it's truth. We can never do what we do without corporations, without the government, and without legislation. And so there's different things and pieces to the puzzle, like be a team player, plug in, don't plug out. One of the most important things to do is to leave your ego at the door. This is a real problem for most people because most people, we all have egos, but most people can't separate the ego from keeping your eye on the prize. So on page 52 and 53, I list our community partners, and I will not read them all to you. I'm not here to read you a bedtime story, but what I am do is to translate a message to you so that hopefully you'll go and get the book. Let me talk about the book just for a second. The book can be bought on Amazon.com under Ending Homelessness in America. Ending Homelessness in America by Arnold Stalk, PhD. And the book is $2.95. I wanted to make it free, but Amazon charges a minimum of $2.95 as a fee. And so every time somebody buys that goes directly to Amazon. I thought it ironic that you can't even give something away for free that you spend so much time on, but I understand it. I know costs and I understand business. And on pages 52 and 53, there's many community partners, local shops, union shops, people that work out of their pickups and have businesses, the state organizations, labor organizations, the carpenter workers, the union, culinary union, pipe fitters, framers, tapers, painters, and when you put all these together, you see when you look at this list in the book, your mind will be blown that we could get all these organizations on the same team to help build projects. And if you look into the book, there's people from all walks of life. We have people that are very, very high ranking, all the way up to the presidents of the United States, to people that work in the culinary union making food for people that are workers on our projects. And it's been a great journey. And the whole underlying message of this is you can do this. This is not something that you cannot do. You can do this. On page 56, we have a page called We Are Community. It shows probably about 30 partners, all that had specific things to do with us building the projects. Our Feeding America program with Starbucks. At one point, we were picking up and delivering and distributing all the food you see in Starbucks to our main campus in downtown Las Vegas. Every day, 7 days a week, all year long. And that lasted for a long time until the pandemic hit. The pandemic's a whole other story, which I'll talk about in future broadcasts. But again, if you take action and act locally and not globally, you'll get your project on much better. We invite questions. If you have a question, go to arnoldstalk.com and email us your question. We will get back to you. We're very serious about being serious. And this book has been a blessing for me because it put together 50 years of work. And I decided that I was going to have a document that people can use, not a theoretical book where you've got all these crazy terms that nobody understands. It's written in plain English. It's laid out like a primer, and it has specific projects to tell you exactly how to do it. You want to start your own nonprofit? You can do that. You want to plug into an organization? There's lists of organizations, not only here, but all over the country. And so that's our conclusion of this chapter of Ending Homelessness in America. You can't do this alone. And I always end it with a quote and then what my tagline saying. So the quote for the night is, "Never believe that a few caring people can change the world, for indeed, that's all who ever have." That was written by Margaret Mead. A small seed planted can turn into a huge, huge answer to social problems. And the power of caring people. Thank you very much. This is Arnold Stalk again, Ending Homelessness in America, arnoldstalk.com. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can find this on my YouTube channel. And always remember, keep the faith. Thanks so much. Have a good evening.